How's it going, you guys? AZ Palayo 21 back with another pay-per-view in our UFC Reborn save. I know we're a little bit behind because it's been a while, but we have UFC 298 Adesanya versus Cannonier 2. What a crazy world we live in where Cannonier is getting another title shot, but here we are. Cannonier went over Marvin Vettori after beating Sean Strickland and gets him a title shot in this save. Adesanya still the middleweight champion after beating Alex Pereira. This is actually his first title defense in the save, and he has not fought du Plessis. He has not fought Sean Strickland yet. That probably will come. Actually, probably will not come. I don't know really if du Plessis is going to be any good in this save. I think he's ranked like number 20. Yeah, 22. And he is coming off a loss to Robert Whittaker, which is rough. Probably should not be ranked all the way in the bottom, but he needs to get back into the swing of things. Du Plessis, a fight scheduled against Aliskerov, so hopefully he can get that going. Appreciate you guys, whether you're watching me on YouTube or Twitch. As always, leave a comment down below, like the video, and subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into it. UFC 298 Adesanya versus Cannonier 2. Of course, this pay-per-view is in Las Vegas. We got Waldo Cortez Acosta taking on Hugo Cunha in the heavyweight division. Both guys looking to avoid their second loss of their career, and it is Hugo Cunha with the submission from the heavyweight in round number 2 via rear naked choke, the 9th win of his career. Former LFA champion in his UFC debut. You love to see it. Got Vinicius Salvador taking on Daniel Da Silva, a couple Brazilians going at it here in the flyweight division. Both guys trying to avoid their 6th loss of their career, as we have Salvador getting the TKO victory, the 15th of his career, less than 2 minutes into round number 1. Love to see. He wants to fight Brandon Royval next, which could be interesting. We just saw Royval get was it a title shot? I think he did get a title shot recently. Again, you know, my MMA knowledge is not all the way back yet, considering I just kind of got back into it after some months off, but we're here for it. Dan Argueta taking on Mateus Mendonca at bantamweight, 9-1, taking on 11-1. A lot of fighters with even numbers of losses here today, as it's Argueta with the split decision after a decent fight. The kid from, you know, suburb of Chicago, it seems like, gets the 10th victory of his career. Damon Blackshear taking on Fernie Garcia at bantamweight. Both guys looking to get a big win here today at 135, and it's Garcia with another split decision here today, the 31-year-old with the 11th victory of his career. Trevor Peek taking on Vyacheslav Borshev, 8-0, taking on 7-3 Trevor Peek. Alabama boy looking for the win, and he does not get it. First loss of his career to Slavaklaus Vyacheslav Borshev, the Russian with the 8th victory thus far for him, and he wants to fight Vink Pachel. Francis Marshall taking on Charles Hossa, guy from Boston, the Boston Strangler, big favorite over the 24-year-old Marshall, and it is the Boston Strangler getting it done with a triangle, a little strangling of his own right there against the fire. Aspen Ladd now of PFL taking on Danielle Wolf at 145, I believe it is at 145. Danielle Wolf, 2-1. Not very many featherweight fighters. Win coming off against Carol Hossa. Aspen Ladd, I imagine, is a huge favorite in this one. Unanimous decision after a fantastic fight. That is interesting. I wonder if Danielle retires here at 40 years old. She does not, interestingly enough. Aspen Ladd is photogenic and marketable. I would agree. A lot of people disagree, but I do agree on that. Moving on, we got Alex Blues Leroy Caceres taking on Joe Anderson Brito. We got Brito with the unanimous decision here today, 15th win of his career. Love Alex Caceres. Love how he was able to get a nice little streak going and, you know, kind of get himself ranked for a little bit. Diego Lopez, we've seen this guy have quite a nice little run. I think he's having his pay docked from UFC 300 because he hopped over the cage or something like that after a very, very impressive showing. 21-5, he's taking on Jack Shore. That's actually a crazy fight between a couple of really good prospects, and it's Diego Lopez after a poor fight. You hate to see that. You do hate to see that. But apparently Diego Lopez, no fights in this save at all, interestingly enough. And Jack Shore with just the 3rd loss of his career thus far. Kayla Harrison I'm not sure if this is her debut. 15-1, taking on Stephanie Egger. And this is, in fact, her UFC debut at featherweight. Can she make bantamweight? She can't. She definitely cannot. Absolutely cannot make the weight. Kudos to her for making the weight in real life, by the way. She's normally walking around, I imagine, at 170, you know, and able to nearly kill herself to get all the way down to 135. Good on her. And, you know, beat Holly Holm in relative ease. Takes on Stephanie Egger. Same thing happens. Submission armbar. Less than 2 minutes into round number 2. I doubt that she's really going to... I imagine she was not supposed to fight Egger. I imagine she had somebody else she was supposed to be fighting. But, not like I said, not too many people in featherweight. I mean, just one more win for Harrison, and it's probably Nunes, you'd imagine. Carla Esparza taking on Tatiana Suarez. Hopefully I can build up that division a little bit because she can't fight at bantamweight, so she's going to have to stay there. Esparza versus Suarez in our first main card fight. Everyone wants to pay $70 to watch Carla Esparza fight. We all know this. Undefeated Tatiana Suarez at strawweight, and it is Suarez getting the unanimous decision here today. So 11-0 now. Win over Mackenzie Dern and the former two-time champion in Esparza, who lost the title to Zhang and then lost to Angela Hill, of all people. I do remember that, and that was a pretty crazy event. Esparza probably going on a bit of a downturn. Petr Yan taking on Marlon Chito Vera. We did just recently see Chito get absolutely destroyed by Sean O'Malley. Petr Yan, I mean, he lost to O'Malley as well. He's coming off a loss to Henry Cejudo. He's on a 4-fight skid. On the other side, you have Chito Vera, who is on a 2-fight losing streak in his own right. Lost to Uriah Faber, which is crazy. Just got dominated, 30-27. That is insane. Both these guys in big need of a win, and it is Petr Yan. Unanimous decision victory here today. Chito Vera with his 10th loss of his career. That is rough. A big win that time for Petr. Alexander Rakic taking on Azamat Murzakanov at light heavyweight. Both guys looking for a big win at light heavyweight here. Rakic, we just saw get absolutely obliterated by Yuri Prohaska, unfortunately. And in this save, coming off a win over Nikita Krylov. And then on the other side, you have Murzakanov, undefeated, 15-0, coming off 5 straight wins in the UFC. Ryan Spann and Iwan Kutelaba in the save. And in Murzakanov, I feel like might take the victory. And he does. He knocks out Alexander Rakic. So Murzakanov really getting done. 16-0 now and setting himself up for maybe a title shot in the near future. Interesting to see if he ends up fighting, you know, John Jones of all people. Max Holloway taking on Super Sadiq Yusuf at 145. Love to see it. Max blessed Holloway, of course, getting it done in big fashion over Justin Gaethje. All-time knockout in this save. Lost to Korean Zombie. Crazy. And then Super Sadiq Yusuf, Edson Barbosa, he has a win over in this save. Again, sorry if you can hear my kitty in the background. She's going through heat, so she's being a little bit annoying right now. But nonetheless, we got blessed Max Holloway and Super Sadiq Yusuf in our co-main event. And Yusuf gets the victory here today. Unanimous decision. Great fight. Holloway's on a 2-fight skid. This is very unfortunate. And definitely not what's been going on in real life. He's on his 9th loss now. That is wild. And, I mean, Sadiq, big win for him there as we make it to our main event of the evening. Izzy Adesanya, huge favorite against Jared Cannonier. As I mentioned, a big win over Vettori for Cannonier, and we just wanted to get Adesanya a fight. Said, screw it, let's just toss him in there. Of course, had that win against Pereira. Before that, had Cannonier. Let's go and get it. Main event time here at UFC 298. As we are underway, and Adesanya already being a dick to Cannonier, apparently. Don't like that. Jared's a nice guy. It's a good right hand. Remember, this is in save. Izzy is still kind of like God mode, which he's really not been God mode for a while in real life, but in game, I imagine the person who made this mod just absolutely cranked up his stats. The fact he was able to knock out Pereira is, you know, good, but, you know, Adesanya is definitely not at his all-time prime anymore. Interesting to see if Jared's able to get anything done here. Big win over Vettori, of course, as round 1 comes to a close. Very exciting round. That goes to Adesanya, apparently. Nice little right hook lands. Cannonier coming in to engage. Little verbal barrage from both guys. Just a little bit of jawing at each other. Uh-oh, Adesanya has been rocked. Cannonier is loading away. No way, no way, no way. So forget what I just said about Adesanya and his stats, because Jared Cannonier, the Killer Gorilla, in the rematch has just TKO'd and beaten Izzy Adesanya, who's now on a win-loss kind of streak, and I really don't think he should get another title shot immediately after this. Wow. Jared Cannonier, ladies and gentlemen, your new middleweight champion of the world at 39 years of age. Celebrates his middleweight title win, the greatest moment of his career. I mean, why not? You gotta love it. Drew 18,000 in Nevada, pulled a gate of 5.7 million. Love that. Popularity increases all around except for Brazil. They did not like the show. That is okay. I know we had a fantastic fight in the prelims, and that was Aspen Ladd and Danielle Wolf. That will get fight of the night. And then we've got some bonuses to hand out. Let's see. We got let's give it to Borshev, Harrison, and Cannonier, of course. Booyah. Love to see it. Made a cool $4.7 million in profit. Highest paid fighters of the night, Izzy Adesanya, Jared Cannonier, and Carla Esparza. Love to see it. Appreciate you guys for watching. As I mentioned, be sure to stay tuned. The next episode is going to be me booking the next month worth of fights. I kind of started it previously, but we're rocking with 4 fight nights a month plus a pay-per-view. Unless it's, you know, a Connor thing, then probably 2 pay-per-views a month. But yeah, that's how we're going to be rocking it. 4 fight cards plus a pay-per-view. So be on the lookout for that. Appreciate you guys as always. I'm AZPlow21, and I will see you guys at the fights.